Juve contro tutto, Juventus against everything. This is how Tuttosport is starting their front page today, with Mbappe to one side, to Vlahovic on the other side. Because yes, PSG versus Juve, it's the opening game of Champions League of our group. And it's immediately a difficult one. A difficult one that is adding on top of the difficult moment that Juventus is experiencing at the moment. Juve contro tutto. Juventus against everything. We have to be stronger than the difficulties of yesterday when we heard that Paul Pogba will be out for the remaining part of 2022 and waiting for him to be back on 2023. We have to be stronger than the forfeit last minute of Di Maria that is not traveling to Paris with his teammate and he will not be able to play. We have to be stronger than the criticism towards Allegri after the really bad game of Fiorentina, that really bad draw that is actually putting Juventus now at the 7th position in Serie A. We have to be stronger than the criticism towards our play, our J-Medical, about everything, like Tuttosport was saying. We have to be stronger. Stronger than all these things that are making the game of today not an easy one. But also we have to be stronger than everyone. Why am I saying everyone? Because I see a lot of Juventini. I'm not speaking about the other people, but our own people that are saying, today we will lose 7-0. Today, if we lose only 3-0, we can be happy. Today, I hope that we lose so that the management is opening their eyes and we will sack Allegri. Some people that are saying, I will not watch the game today. Some people are saying, we are not brave enough to watch that game. Juventus has to be stronger than everything, but also to everyone. We have to go back on that field today in Parc des Princes, in Paris, playing versus probably the strongest team of the world with that amazing trio, saying that we are Juventus, we are black, we are white, we are proud to wear these colors, we are proud to go and to play that Champions League that we deserved last year because we finished in that top 4. But top 4 is not what we want to be stronger. We want to show, like Rummenigge is saying today in Corriere dello Sport, that we are still the strongest team of Italy. Guys, take that book, Only the Brave. This is what I'm asking to the Juventini, but especially today to the 11 men that will start the game versus Paris Saint-Germain. We start immediately with a video. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Motivational speech for the champions. But let's go back first to Serie A, because yesterday Atalanta was able to win over a Monza. We were not expecting a lot of Monza, 2-0, and they are now momentarily first in Serie A with 13 points. That's 4 points more than Juventus after match day 5. Juventus is at the moment 7th with Inter 8 and Lazio 9th. Attenzione, because it's a really difficult Serie A. Speaking about Serie A, I really want to thank OneFootball, because when they are saying that no one gets you closer than to Serie A than OneFootball, it's totally correct. This morning I received an email from Juventus. I was looking and I saw, as I already told you, that the OneFootball is the sponsor of this channel of GJustjuve, but also the official sponsor of Juventus. And they are explaining really well what I already anticipated you in the month of August. It is official. There is no waiting list anymore. You can just click here below in the link and you can already start collecting with your wallet the most iconic moments of Juventus, video moments that you can have, like for example, as we are seeing, the first smash, ping pong smash of Di Maria versus Sassuolo, that beautiful free kick from Vlahovic, but also ones of the past, like the goal of Bonucci, or even before goals of Tardelli and so on. So guys, it's now the moment, because it's open for everyone. Do it now. We continue with the video with Corriere dello Sport. I already anticipated you that Rummenigge, he spoke about Bayern versus Inter in Milano, but he also spoke about Juventus, saying that yes, Juventus is still the strongest team in Italy. Individually, it's absolutely like that. The problem is that now we have to start to being a team. We are waiting for Paredes, Kostic, Milik, and also all the other players that are actually able to form a team if we want to show that we are still the strongest one. The problem is that today we are not playing in Serie A, we are playing in Champions League. And this is what Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking about. Juve da Marziani. Juventus is playing versus Martians. And who are these Martians? We are speaking about Leo Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and Neymar Jr. Three great players. Of course, they are speaking also about Pogba, that now we have some problems. We'll speak about Pogba in the end of the video. We continue to understand who are these three Martians, the three monsters, three of the best players of the world, and maybe even iconic legends from football. We are speaking about the three players from Paris Saint-Germain that are totally crazy. 199 goals in Champions League already. Not with Paris Saint-Germain, but in their career. 199 goals. Vlahovic are top players. One versus Villarreal. What is actually the positive news is that we have some players from Paris Saint-Germain like Messi that needed 5 games to score his first goal in Champions League. 6 games for Neymar, 4 games for Mbappe. How many for Vlahovic? 32. Not games. Seconds. 32 seconds to score that goal, but attenzione, because we can't compare. They are strong. They are strong in their offensive phase in the middle and also in their defense. They are really monsters, and Juventus will play versus the strongest guys from the planet football. Allegri was saying the same. We don't go there to lose. We don't want to lose, but it's true that they are probably the #1 favorite of the Champions League. Let me know in the comment after you put a maximum of like and subscribe to the channel, who is your final winner of the Champions League, or at least who you predict to win, who has the most chance to win that Champions League. They are speaking about Vlahovic, not only Gazzetta but also Tutto Sport, who is saying Vlahovic ferocia da Juve, Vlahovic the anger of Juve, because we know it, Vlahovic is one that loves to play, loves to fight. He's really angry when he loses, he's really angry when he's subbed off. We need that passion on the field, not only with Vlahovic, but also all the other players that will go up on the field of Paris Saint-Germain in Paris. Allegri was saying we need 10 points to go through. Attenzione, will it suffice or not? I would love that we can already start winning some points today, because it would make it easier, even if we have to pay attention, because today we have Benfica versus Maccabi Haifa. Let's see what result we will see there. Vlahovic, the man of Juventus, but it's not only him, because unfortunately Di Maria will not be there. We said it yesterday during the live. Forfeit for him. He's not technically injured, but not able to play. Probably he will also miss Salernitana, and we will see him back on the field versus Benfica in match day 2 of Champions League. Hopefully he can go better really fast. The one that we will see on the pitch is another ex-Paris Saint-Germain. We are speaking about Paredes after his first start versus Firenze. The last time he will be there in the Regia, but probably not as we were expecting in that 4-3-3, but maybe a change of way of playing, like Gazzetta dello Sport is saying this morning, 3-5-2. This is what a lot of supporters were asking. A lot of us, I was asking it since so many months. 3-5-2. Could it be the first time that we see it, with Perini in the goal, Danilo on the left side of that 3-man defense with Bonucci in his favorite and best position, and Bremer finally again on the right side of the field, 3-man in defense, 5-man in the midfield with Kostic, that will play a big game versus Hakimi. It will not be an easy one, but he can be really the key of today's game. Miretti, the chance of the young player, 19 years old, second game in Champions League, but the first one from the start, and it's not anymore versus Malmö in the last seconds, but this time it will be in the first minute versus Paris Saint-Germain. Attenzione, big game from him. Then Paredes versus his ex-team after not even 1 week that he left Paris. Rabiot will be there, this time on the right side, like we saw in the first time that he was playing with Miretti. Cuadrado, that unfortunately he had to rest, but he had again to give his support to the team. And then Milik and Vlahovic, that we were all thinking it's one or the other. This time they can potentially play together. I was watching Paris Saint-Germain. I also read this morning Tutto Sport to understand what were the weaknesses of Paris Saint-Germain. There are no weakness. The guys has no weakness. They are strong. They are really strong. So I can't tell you what are the weaknesses of Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know how to beat them. If we see 4 frames of how they played, for example, versus Monaco, we can know that Paris Saint-Germain is a team that is going full power offensively. They have their 3 men up front, supporters by the 2 midfielders. So they are creating actually 2 trequartisti, Neymar and Messi behind Mbappe, with behind them the 2 midfielders. So 5 players. We see the 4 lines, but it's actually behind Mbappe. 5 really offensive players, even if on the right side and on the left side, players like Hakimi, they can also go up. So this is one of the really keys of Paris Saint-Germain. They love to be in the opposition half, having the ball and trying to combine between them with a lot of passes. What worked for Monaco, for example, was pressing them really high, not giving them the chance to build from the back, pressing them, but of course you are exposing you to some really crazy counterattacks with players like Kylian Mbappe. We saw Kouame, the goal in Fiorentina, let's not do the same. So we have to be prudent. We have to be really prudent. I'm not expecting to have a lot of ball possession, but we have to kill them when we have the occasion to do it. What about Verratti? Verratti is a player that is helping the defense when they have to build from the back. He will be a key because he will have to be man-marked. Will it be by Rabiot that will go up and down? It will not be an easy game for Rabiot that will be whistled from the -5th minute until the 95th minute. He will be whistled in Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully he can have his head into the game and not be influenced by the atmosphere of Paris Saint-Germain about the Parc des Princes. We go with Paul Pogba because yesterday we spoke about it in the live, but we go again. Pogba, the conservative therapy didn't work. It didn't work, and now he went to under surgery. Surgery like communicated by OneFootball, but also especially by Juventus. Juventus said successful surgery. He did it really well, so now we'll have to wait. Wait until the end of 2022. Maybe he will go to the World Cup, maybe not. What was the reaction of Massimiliano Allegri to that question? I don't care. I care about Juventus, I don't care about him. We saw Massimiliano Allegri super angry. Why? Because I saw also a lot of people writing that Juventus was to blame. No, on that particular case, no. And that's why Allegri was pissed off, because everyone at Juventus told him, go immediately under surgery, go and do it. He decided with his own body not to do it. I just explain and repeat for some people that didn't watch the live yesterday. Nobody can oblige you to go under surgery. This is written in the law, Articolo 32, Article 32. You can't be obliged to go for a surgery. So Juventus couldn't oblige him. They told him, they advised them. We lost 42 days. It is what it is. Hopefully he can go back stronger than he is. But what are the games that he will miss? Probably Monza, Bologna, Milan, Torino, Empoli, Lecce, Inter, Verona, Lazio in Serie A, Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, Maccabi Haifa, Benfica and Paris Saint-Germain in Champions League. This is it for Paul Pogba. Guys, the last news, like Bonucci was saying, it will be hard. I know it. I know it that it will be hard. I know that there is not a lot of trust in that team. I don't know if they deserve that we give them a lot of trust, but godiamoci il sogno. Let's try to enjoy the dream. The dream of doing a miracle today in Paris, in France, in le Parc des Princes versus Paris Saint-Germain. Grazie for everything. Dai! Forza Juve!